The search and rescue of 3 miners trapped underground at Sibanye-Stillwater's Driefontein mine has resumed. It was earlier suspended due to seismic activity. Rescuers say they've located and can see one of the miners. The location of the 2 other miners is known, but they are still trying to reach them. 4 miners died when an earthquake triggered a cave-in yesterday. Our reporter Malungelo Booi is at the mine and joins us now. So, Malungelo, what is the latest that you can tell us since we had that conversation about an hour ago?
Well, Tulasizwe, nothing new really, except that the rescue operations have resumed after they were suspended for about an hour or two because of those seismic events that occurred early this afternoon. Tulasizwe, there's more concerns as more time, carries on, and the 3 people have not been brought to surface, or actually not been located. At least we know that authorities have been able to locate one, and they're still trying to locate the 2 others. And of course, as you rightfully said, at least 4 others have died and 6 are currently in hospital. Joining me now for a conversation really about this incident and many other things in the mining sector is AMCU President Mr. Joseph Matunjwa. Sir, thank you so much for your time. You've been to the area where the rescue operators are currently taking place. What have you seen?
Thank you. Once more, our heartfelt condolences goes to the family of the deceased workers. May the Lord comfort them. Yes, indeed, the issue of safety in these mines has been a concern. And we think that the new minister, it might be the one who's gonna clean all this mess, because of his background in the mining sector. However, he needs to do few things. For instance, he needs to employ more inspectorate that are skilled in this field of seismic events. I think that is where the gap is. And furthermore, also, we need to look how can we address the issue of educating and educating the workers in general about their rights to withdraw in the area which they perceive as dangerous. But coming to this seismic event of yesterday of 2.5 Richter scale, we believe as AMCU that the management had pushed the boundaries too far in terms of production and profit, because the first seismic event, which was 2.5, was really huge, was big, of which they were supposed to withdraw all the workers and direct them to the waiting place, and maybe give it in 1 hour and 2 hours, of which this is what I've asked the management, why didn't they do it? So they were talking about the distance was 2.1 kilometers away from each other. But to my surprise, after I engaged with them, as we're still sitting, the 3.5 Richter scale seismic event happened. And then they rushed to tell the proto team to withdraw from the rescue area. So you could see clearly that the mine workers' lives is very cheap. And it's because they are not focusing on innovation, investing more on research, but they base on compensation. Compensation is very cheap for the mine owners because of the slave salaries. If it's 6,000 salary per month, you times by 36, that is what the mine worker will get, the family, if their loved one, the breadwinner, has passed on.
So in other words, you're saying that what happened here yesterday, these deaths could have been avoided. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. It could have been. And also knowing the environment, the level of which they were working in, surely the 2.5 Richter scale, if we are safety conscious, should have withdrawn, because they've got an experience whereby in one of the shafts there was a seismic event which was less than 2 or even less than 1, but it happened to kill a person who was maybe 4 kilometers away, plus minus. So it shows clearly that there are no learnings from all these incidents.
What must happen now? Or perhaps let me ask you this question. What will AMCU then do about this?
AMCU as a union is only to put pressure more on the DMR, because those are the people who are the regulators. They are the people who's got power. They are the custodian of the minerals, which is the government. So therefore, is where the pressure we should put in the DMR, and also in the mines, in terms of empowering, educating our members to say they must withdraw in an event that they see things that are not of safety. But moreover, the innovation is so important, because when there's seismic event, it's only the line management that they've got an information. The general workers, they don't have any information. So if the line management is compromised, is pushing the bonuses and the production, he might not tell the workers that there is a seismic event that has happened, of which it might result into fall of ground.
The company over the past few hours, Mr. Mathunjwa, has come under a lot of criticism. Its safety track record has been laid bare. COSATU saying that this company's track record is appalling, and wanting government to investigate it. Do you share the same sentiment?
I think not to share the same sentiment. AMCO, after the 1,300 workers being trapped at Beatrix, and then the same DMR declared the area safe, I was the one with our members. We said we are not reporting until we retest those generators. Guess what we find? The generators were not able to lift up the cages. So therefore we called a safety summit, whereby all the stakeholders, the government, all the trade unions, and the management, the owners of this mine, to sit down and work on these challenges that we are facing. But none of that has happened today.
Mr. Joseph Mathunjwa, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Joseph Mathunjwa is the AMCU president. Thulasizwe, it's back to you in Johannesburg.
All right, Malungelo, thank you so much for that update. He's out there watching that story, and we'll have the latest updates as soon as they come through.